Hey, so it's that time again for my monthly favorites. This month I actually had almost too many favorites where I had to kind of prioritize which ones were my absolute favorites in order to share with you. I also have one product which I wasn't a fan of just because I feel like I always talk about the things that I do like, and as much as that is helpful, and if you are looking for something similar you can go out and buy that product because I've already tested it out, but I've started thinking that it is pretty important to mention products which I have bought and have felt maybe they are a waste of money for whatever reason I don't like to share with you, so that you obviously don't make the same mistake that I have. So anyway, let's just get to it and let's start with some of my favorites. Alright, so first of all, I have the worst dark circles of anyone ever, and I've dealt with that ever since I could remember. And I always feel like finding a good concealer is extremely hard, both finding one that's warm enough to cancel out the gray tones, obviously, and sometimes when I do find the right color it'll crease or whatever. So I just always feel that like that's kind of my one thing that I continuously look for to find the perfect one. So I recently went to Sephora and went a little crazy and got a few of these products to help with that, and I found that all three are pretty amazing, so I felt I should share that with you. So the first one is this Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer, and it's like a duo, so it comes with the concealer and the setting powder and a little like a mirror. And the good thing about this one is that it doesn't crease. It's a little harder to blend, maybe more than most concealers I've tried using in the past, but with the more difficulty in trying to blend them, it also kind of sets that way and sticks. So that's kind of what I've learned, that when you use a concealer that is a lot smoother and glidier and easier to go on, it also comes off just that easy. So that is my number one for today, and it's in pale yellow. But I think it has quite a bit of warmth to it, which is great, like I said, to counteract the gray and purple tones under your eyes. So continuing on with concealers, I have been addicted to this Nars concealer. It's the Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it comes with one of those little stick things like that. And I started using this from listening to Lauren Curtis just rave about this product. I mean, so many of her looks consisted using this, and I just felt like I had to give it a try, and obviously she was right. It really is amazing. Another good thing about it is non-comedogenic, and it's great for the skin, and so it won't make you break out. It actually makes your skin eventually look better than it naturally is, so you don't feel that you're just covering up. You actually feel you're somewhat fixing the problem. So you can use that under eyes. It's also great for not really creasing, and you can use it for blemishes or any other thing that you want to use just before your foundation. It really is a good product, and I really think that for the price it's pretty awesome. And I got in medium custard, which I'm not sure if that's the one that Lauren uses, but I know that she's mentioned how sometimes she'll go into the store and it's sold out because she mentions it so much that girls get that one specific color, but it's probably in Australia and not here. So alright, so for the next concealer, and I promise this is the last one for concealers, is this Smashbox, and it's a stick that kind of goes on like this. And what I love about it is that it's so easy. I didn't realize how easy it was. Literally in the morning, sometimes if I don't have time for the other two, just using this, it goes on really quick, and it has a perfect amount of coverage. And I don't know if it's just with my skin tone, but the color goes absolutely on flawless. It just melts into my face. I feel like you don't notice ever a line of where makeup and my skin kind of meet, and it's weird because I feel like I don't have to blend it in too much. It just matches my skin, I guess, that perfect. For mascaras, as I've mentioned before, I love Maybelline mascaras. I've tried so many high-end and drugstore and whatever, and I just always feel that going back to my $5 Maybelline mascara is just as good, if not better sometimes. So I normally stick with that. And this last time that I went to Sephora, I guess had ranked up a few of my points or whatever, and I got this Givencht mascara, and the girl even said, and I was like, oh no, like I don't think I like want a mascara, and she's like, no, it's really, really good. Like, trust me, like you want to try this. So I did, and yes, she was right. Both, even just like the brush is pretty awesome. Like it kind of dips in the middle, which is really good for getting kind of that curl, and it gets kind of like the ends, like a little lengthening, and so it gets the ends of your lashes to kind of lengthen and separate, and it's a really well designed, I guess, brush. And the formula is just amazing. So what I like in a mascara, I like a little bit of lengthening, obviously, but I kind of go more for like really good separation of the lashes and for it to give me a lot of volume. Because if you separate each lash and then coat it, then it looks like you have a million lashes, and that's obviously what I think everyone kind of wants. I feel my lashes are pretty long as they are, so sometimes when it's a lengthening mascara, it just lengthens them like a lot, but then it looks like you have like 5 eyelashes. I don't know, like to me that's not what I'm going for, so I kind of like thicker and voluminous lashes. So this gives me that without a clumpy look, which is kind of hard to find for some reason. But anyway, so to me, this Givenchy mascara is like the best of both worlds and leaves you with super pretty, glamorous, almost natural looking lashes, but that are dramatic, obviously. So the last makeup product I have is this Anastasia brow filler, and I got also the Anastasia brow brush, and I have a couple of eyebrow brushes, but I feel like this one was just a lot like stiffer and a lot smaller, so you can kind of do more detailed kind of angles, I guess, with this. And I got this in blonde, and I've been using pencil, and I just felt like with pencil, unless it's completely like perfectly sharpened, it's really hard to get like a crisp line, and I just feel that it's been so much easier using this little duo. Okay, so now done with all the makeup, now moving on to other stuff. I think like most girls, I get the worst tangles at the end of the day. I will blow out my hair and put in leave-in treatments and all of that, and by the end of the day, especially in the back, I get so tangly. I hate pulling and tugging on my hair when it's wet, but when a tangle gets pretty bad and you let it air dry, then it's even harder to comb through once the hair is dry. So I knew that I had to find a special brush, and I always just use like Pore bristle brushes just because they're a lot gentler on the hair, and obviously to prevent hair breakage, since I color and treat my hair and use heat styling tools on it, I want to be as gentle on my hair when it comes to brushing. But I felt that maybe I was being too gentle, and I need something to get my hair like tangle free each time. So I found this Michael Mercier brush, and it's funny because I just saw it in stores and like drugstore, and it said that it was like #1 like Allure rated and all that stuff. So I actually really trust that because I feel like they are really picky about their products. What I found with it is because each bristle is like a different length, it actually doesn't let any hair like through basically, and it totally like gets a tangle out with maybe 3-4 like strokes of this brush, which is crazy. I've never had one like that. The other thing, normally like detangling brushes, the bristles are really like flexible, and that's what kind of doesn't break the hair. So this one's actually really stiff, I think. So at first when I saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, running this through my wet hair is just going to rip my hair. And it doesn't sound very nice. When you're like brushing your hair, it like sounds like you're kind of ripping. I know it sounds awful, but as a hairdresser, I can attest that no, it doesn't. and it really is just kind of pulling on that tangle but not necessarily ripping the hair. So for whatever reason, this brush does totally work. I absolutely love it. I use it every day, and I even started using it when I get out of the shower. So it's that trustworthy where I don't feel like it is ripping or breaking my hair. Alright, so for the two products that I wasn't a fan of this month, so it's this Benefit Pore Fessional like primer thing. It's supposed to minimize the appearance of pores and all of that. Anyway, so I mean, I've tried a couple, and to me, I don't feel that they make that much of a difference, and some of them end up making me break out. So I still to this day have not found a perfect primer for the face. So this one is, I'm gonna have to say that I'll pass on, and some of you might like it. I'd like to know which ones you guys use and which ones you prefer. If there is a primer out there that is absolutely amazing and I've just not found yet, please let me know. Okay, so for the last thing that I wasn't a fan of is this Makeup Forever lipstick, and I love Makeup Forever, and honestly I probably have never bought anything by Makeup Forever which I didn't like, so I was kind of disappointed with this one, but I think I'm maybe more to blame than the company, and it's just because I've not bought, I guess, a nude lipstick in a while, and I thought like I need to find my new favorite nude lipstick, and this one looked beautiful. I tried it on in the store and I thought I loved it, and I came home and it's just way too nude. I feel maybe it could just be that my taste has kind of changed a little bit and I'm more into a little bit of the natural lip kind of showing through and just using more of a gloss, but I just looked way too 70s. I felt just like, not matte, but just really kind of that pale lip. So anyway, this is by Rouge Artiste Intense and number 22. So just try it out. So what do you think? I don't know, I feel like it just kind of looks like I smeared concealer or something on my lips. So that's just what I thought. Anyway, so that is about it for products. I will leave you with my last favorite thing this month, and that would be my new iPhone 6. It's awesome. It lets me talk to you guys a lot quicker and a lot easier, and I still had the 4S. So this is a big change for me, so super excited for it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Also for Instagram, I will be starting to upload like mini tutorials, and they're just mini to the point beauty videos that you won't get to see here. So check me out on Instagram at SylviaX. Give this a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and please share it on Twitter and Facebook. It means so much to me, you guys have no idea. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.